everybody, welcome back to Tube Review. My name is Tony Tubes, and today I first want to start off by talking about today's Screen Junkies Movie Fights. It was awesome. It was the end of it all and stuff, the end of the belt. It was a good fight. I don't want to spoil anything, but to the winner, awesome. To the other two guys, you got that far, and you guys all did awesome. So I wanted to run down sort of quickly my 7 responses for their 7 questions. First one's going to be really quick. Game of Thrones, spin-offs and stuff like that, or whatever the question was. It doesn't really matter because I don't know anything about Game of Thrones. I've never seen one episode of Game of Thrones. It got so far to where I basically said, screw it, I'm going to wait until it's all done and then I'll just watch the whole thing. So, sorry, but I don't know anything about Game of Thrones, so you guys have fun with that. Movie franchise that's supposed to be rated R. Last week on our movie fights, they had a similar question, just, what movie should have been rated R or something like that, and I said The Hunger Games. And so that was, when Dan said The Hunger Games, I was rooting for him the whole time. So that would have been mine. When you're talking about, hunting greatest game kind of stuff, it's got to be rated R. Number 3, Joss Whedon's, Andy, is it Josh or Joss? I don't know. Joss Whedon's new next project. I'm going to go out on a limb here, guys, and I might be screwing myself in saying this, but I want him to do my movie that I want to see happen. It's a movie called The Stage, which I've written a treatment for it and everything, but the basic concept is take holographic technology, much like the holodeck in Star Trek. If something like that were actually to be created, it'd be the downfall of society. And I think you'd see, the relationships and people's interactions with one another just take a dramatic downfall in our world. And I think that, especially if they had some sort of like a DNA coded thing, because the stage is what basically kind of like the holodeck. That's it's a room and everything, but it's the stage. You can do anything you want on it. But if there was some, you make something through the stage, just telling them, okay, I want a hologram that looks like Jessica Alba. Well, it'll look kind of like her, but it won't have. Basically, you need the DNA code from the certain person that you want to have them have the hologram be as real as can be, and a lot of people are into perfection. So, the beautiful people of the world go into hiding. And because of the stage, and people are tearing each other apart in the streets, just for the just for the DNA and everything, so they can sell it, or they can use it for their own sick sadistic ways and everything like that. So Joss Whedon has only given us written or directed one thing that was rated R, and that was Alien Resurrection. He wrote that. He's not really an R player, but I think that Joss Whedon doing a version of The Stage. We should write it together, Joss, me and you. I think we should. So if anybody knows Joss Whedon, or get this video around so Joss Whedon sees it, let's make The Stage, bud. Like I said, I have a treatment for it. So I think that would be a really cool world to see, and I think that he would bring a good, the good sci-fi element to it, and everything, and it, kind of not post-apocalyptic, but getting there. So I think he would do a good take on that. Number 4. First date in a fictional world. I have to say the X-Men world. In my eyes, when I was dating, it wasn't that pleasant of an experience because ultimately the people that I could get dates with I really didn't care for too much. The X-Men world, there's more of that segregation. There's more of that people being put down for things, and it doesn't even matter about your looks really. If you're a mutant, then you're a mutant, and you're like a Jew to the Nazis, or a black person to the white people back in the day that hated black people, that segregated the hell out of them, and everything like that. But I think that in the world of the X-Men, I think it'd be cool to take somebody out on a date because of the options of dates that you have. And I think that the people that you have the ability to date would be a lot cooler. I think you have women who are beautiful, like Mystique and Lenny Kravitz's kid in in First Class, you have these beautiful women that are shunned by most people because of their this genetic thing that's going on with them, and so I think that the opportunity for fugly chodes like myself to get a hotter date, I think that'd be awesome. I just think that the X Men world in the ways of availability and the different kinds of people that you would be able to date would be really cool. So I probably wouldn't stack up to theirs, but that's my pick. Movie character prequel. I'm gonna say it, and it's gonna be awesome. One-Eyed Willie from the Goonies. We had a little bit of a backstory on One-Eyed Willie in the Goonies and everything, but I think seeing a movie about One-Eyed Willie and his journey with the ship and the happenings with his crew and everything like that, and I think that'd be a really great movie because when you listen to them tell the story in the Goonies of One-Eyed Willie, it's a really awesome story, and it'd be really cool to see that story on the screen, I think. And I think that'd be a really awesome prequel, character prequel. Because he was a character in the Goonies. He was dead through the whole movie, but he was a character in the Goonies. So it was really cool, and I think that a One-Eyed Willie movie would be awesome. Best movie of the 2000s. This one was hard for me, and I'm sure it wouldn't stack up to There Will Be Blood or Memento or, what was the other one? Oh, The Wolf of Wall Street. I don't know. In my eyes, I had to start over when it came to. I lost my entire movie collection a couple years ago, and I've had to restart getting my movies back and everything and rebuying them. And so when I did, the first movie that I wanted on my shelf, the first movie that I went out and I had to find like the DVD extended director's cut ultimate edition and everything was Sin City. People might hate me for that and everything, and I know that the sequel was not as good as the first one by any means, but Sin City, in my eyes, was a brilliant and one of the last great films that I saw that really took me in and made me care about the characters. And Mickey Rourke's portrayal of Marv in that movie, when he says, or when I think, what was her name? Goldie's sister. I don't remember her name now. Wendy. Wendy was her name. When she walks into the cell right before they put Marv to death, or try to, she walks in the cell and he thinks it's Goldie, and he's like, "Oh, I'm sorry, Wendy, I must have gotten confused again." And she goes, "You can call me Goldie." And when she said that, the look on his face, along with the musical score and everything, it brought a tear to my eye in the movie theater. I mean, that movie was really, really well directed, well acted. It was a great concept for a movie. You want to talk about a movie that went by the book? That movie went by the book. Frank Miller gave the blessing and everything, and it was just a phenomenal movie. And so that's my pick for best movie of the 2000s. Because I mean, it ultimately boils down to what was the one movie that I wanted first. What was the one movie that I just wanted the first when I started redoing my movie collection? That was Sin City. So let's see, perfect remake movie. I think we need another Max Payne movie. I really do, because Max Payne was always a favorite game of mine. 1 and 2. I've never played 3, but 1 and 2 were really, really awesome. And I just think that the one with Mark Wahlberg just fell short for me. So I would really, really love to see a really well done Max Payne movie. And there's, multiple reasons why. I just think it's a really good character. I honestly thought, that was the first thing I thought when I saw the trailer for Sin City, because it was Hardigan, and I thought that they were making a Max Payne movie. That's one of the first couple seconds of that movie. I'm like, oh my God, they're making a Max Payne movie. And, oh, no, Sin City, okay. And I didn't know what the hell Sin City was until I saw the movie, and then I read the graphic novels and stuff. But a really good Max Payne movie would be really cool. And, it kind of sucks because Dredd really that would have been an amazing movie, with Max Payne kind of doing the same thing, but just Max Payne'd up a little bit. So those are my picks for this week's movie fights. As for my pick for the Joss Whedon's next project, The Stage, that is my idea. And if anybody tries to steal my idea, I'm gonna be mad. I'm gonna be upset. And I'm going to try to take some money from you if you make some. So, but you guys don't know what kind of story it is, so it doesn't really matter. But anyways, those are my ideas. Hope you guys like them. Congrats to to the champ of this round of tournament, and yeah, can't wait for the next weeks, and can't wait for all your guys' next like new guest stars and everything like that. That should be cool. Hopefully, you can get us in there again sometime to spar with you guys. So, be awesome. Have a good day, everybody. Thanks for watching.
Tube Review.